Good morning, this is Professor Fleming. I'm going to give you some feedback on your project. And I see you're doing the Bloomingdale Trail, Chicago. That sounds good. Got a little problem there. Maybe go to a smaller font. That's really current. That's good to see. Okay. I'm going to come back to this in a minute. So global scale, Chicago. That's good. Analysis might be, let's see what you have next. Might be cold city. And when we get to regional, we might talk about lake. The lake and the effect the lake has on rivers, on the effect on the environment. In other words, the climate. Let's see what goes on. You need to get some. So here, we're talking about global. So if you think about global transportation, you could definitely say that Chicago's a hub in terms of that. And are there any other things that Chicago is globally that could understand from a systems point of view? That's probably the main one. And going back to here, you might want to talk about maybe the size of Chicago, or we could wait till the next scale. Okay, the story of the Chicago fire and their efforts to rebuild the city. The Chicago Council gave permission to Chicago to build a railroad. This is all good history, but this is not global. This is more regional. So I would move this. Most looking at goods. Support Chicago's burgeoning rail lines. So this is all good information. You might want to split this. This go again. You're going to move it to regional. You might want to split it over multiple slides so that each piece of information can have an image if possible. So I would do that. And you do have your source, which is good. This is a good picture. Is this the actual picture of the actual High Line in Chicago, or is this a generic picture? You should probably label what this picture is of. Picture label, which could be done over here. Okay, so this is pretty good. This, I guess you could say this is city scale, right? This is pretty good. This is good. You could do these in bullets. Team is raised, including right. So this could all be in bullets. The 6 of 6 unique plan presents significant creative donor recognition opportunities. So this is more analysis, isn't it? And is it really relevant to performance? Not sure. What's probably more important here is that you talk about how this guy is, where is it located? Is it in the, what's this, major bike routes, right? So that's going to be an important one for your systems. The CTA line, that's going to be an important one for your system. So this could be used as a systems diagram to show how it begins to intersect as a system across different other city systems. Looks like it doesn't quite connect to the water. I'm just wondering does it connect all the way down? And does it connect up into something else? So that's going to be, so that's really a system scale here. In terms of locating, it's pretty good. I mean, I would make the line green so that it looks like it's part of the park system of Chicago, but I think that's pretty good. Now, so what I would do is take this map and I'd put it here, and I would analyze the interaction of transport systems at the urban scale. Okay, so then when we go here, so I would take the same map here, and I would show cultural institutions, and I might show how the High Line hits into the Bloomingdale, whatever it is, hits into major cultural. Let's see. Attention to train alignment users. The city of Chicago brought residents together to discuss an area. This is good. This is good. Good. So do you have any pictures of this to kind of underscore that? Or, for example, where is Logan Square? I don't know. Open space which prompted Chicago Department to begin applying. Okay, so that's sort of just generic history, but here I would do a map of cultural institutions. And here, so these are aerial photos, but I need eye-level photos. Remember, experience is how you experience space. So this is actually very helpful in terms of, look at this, orienting me. There's Center City. There's the end of it. I mean, this is connecting. This might go really nicely to just to kind of explain how it fits into the city or the district. It's more of an informational image than it is an experience. Experience has to do with emotion and maybe not such rational thinking, more about how you feel, and an aerial photo is more generic. So this is good. This is great. This is just basically a map that explains this, and you might want to start to highlight some. Oh, see, here's parks. There's a park. There's a park. So you might want to go into your systems and talk about systems of green space and how this begins to connect all of these systems. So I might move this to systems. I might keep it here just as a general one, and then I might have it again in the systems perspective, which would be here. Oh, this is also pretty good. So in some ways, this one is better for understanding integration with park systems. Oh, look at that. There's a whole system of parks that connects down here and then up to there. And then here's where, again, we were talking about, these are good maps. So you have your transport Ridgeway trailhead, right? So where does that trail go, right? And then here, it looks like something's leading you down towards the water. So when you get back to your city scale, try to show how this rail line, this rail park, connects into the city transit system. And you actually have, so you have the future. Oh, so here's the future, right? So they're going to try to connect it over this, over under that, and then they're going to have you go along the river. Trailhead here, other access points. So those are pretty important functional activities. And so you need to have some analysis. So based on what you've read, and you need to read a lot of articles on this, is it working? Is it functioning well? Does it actually do what it's supposed to do? So yeah, so I would take this slide here, copy it here, and start to do some analysis of that. This looks more experiential to me, and this is not experiential. This again is another map showing, oh, so this is really interesting. I don't know what these mean, but these look like access points. That could be more on a systems point of view. You would never show a map under experience. Experience is all eye level. So those are access points, I see. But I don't know what this is right here. I get that. This would probably go under systems. So basically you guys are way behind. I know Drewby has studio on Tuesday. If you guys want to meet with me after Tuesday or put up some more stuff after Tuesday that you want me to look at, we can do that. But certainly this is good for experience. This is all good for experience. That's pretty good for experience. So I'm starting to feel what it feels like to be on that high line. Maybe some views. What's it like to be up there looking out to the city would be good. And okay, so make sure you take a look at this rubric in the back. It talks about how we're going to grade you, and try to think about putting things at the right scale, at the right quadrant, and then get to work. I know that, so I think, Drewby, your presentation is on Tuesday, which is coming up. After that, I hope you'll get some time to work on this. It is worth, and actually that's wrong, it's worth 35 points. So I need to go back in and fix those, all of those. Wow, that's stressful. All right, thank you.